we'll start to see people come in there. Perfect. All right. So I'm here today with Lucy and Ashley, and we're going to be talking about Boom. And I sent you guys a freebie this morning, if you saw it. If you didn't see it yet, it's okay. I'm going to send the freebie again tonight in the replay recap video. So if you missed your email this morning, that's okay. You're going to get another email with it later today. So I am brand new to Boom. I had purchased one of Lucy's bundles quite a few years ago, like when Boom first came out, and I was in a different classroom that actually had 2 computers that my students could use. So I bought a deck of Boom cards then and started with it, and the end of the school year came, and then I moved classrooms and I didn't have any devices for students, so I stopped using it altogether, and I never made any decks or anything like that. Seems like a good time. So I made you guys a deck this week and I emailed it out this morning. It's my first attempt, so if anything doesn't work, like tell me and I'll try to fix it. And I'm gonna keep working on more sets like that. So that's the one I sent today was the Easter version of my Phrase Fantastic pocket chart sentences. So if you use that in your classroom every day, I thought it would be a good kind of transition for your kids at home. They'd be kind of used to it. They would know what's going on. And if not, then they might just have fun using it anyway. So we're gonna go over how to use that freebie, how to set up your account, everything like that, what Boom is, how to sign up, what kind of memberships there are, everything. So I think we're almost at 1:30. We'll probably get started now. So yesterday when I was talking about Zoom, if you remember, I told you guys that if your students don't want to have video, or if you don't want to have their video on, if they're not comfortable, then when they come into your meeting, they can still join even without video. So Lucy and Ashley today are kind of demonstrating that you're not going to see them, their videos off, so you can just kind of see what it looks like if your students choose not to use video. So you can see their names when they're speaking, and that's how you'll know who it is, but you still have to look at me. So we're going to get started right away, because when people watch the replay, it's really annoying to just hear me say bonjour to everybody. So bonjour to everyone who's here. This video might be longer than the other ones because we have quite a few things to go through. You can leave anytime, pop back in and out. I'll send you the replay tonight so you can watch it at your leisure. So the first question I have for Lucy and Ashley is what Boom Learning is. So take it away.
Okay, I can take that, I think. Okay, so Boom cards, they are like digital test cards. This is the easiest way to explain what they are, but they, at the same time, they are so much more, because like you can do with one card things that you cannot do with a paper test card. You can match words and sounds, and you can type. You can have students typing the answer. So there's much more you can do with a Boom card. But in general, that's a good definition. It's a digital test card. It's also self-grading, so it's like less work for teachers, and that's always a good thing. And I think for this time that you need distance learning, they would work perfectly. If Ashley wants to talk about Boom Learning, the platform, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just add too also to what you said. I think they're really great for distance learning and, any time of the year that you really need them. But one of the reasons that I started making them and that I especially love them is outside of this period of time, they are really, really great for kids with disabilities that maybe don't like paper and pencil tasks. I started making them for my own kiddo at home because he physically it's really hard for him to write. But for some reason, typing the things are fine. So giving him a worksheet with verb conjugation is just really painful for him, but giving him a set of Boom cards is really fun. So you can even kind of take the same kind of practice that they would get from even just a plain worksheet or plain task card and put it onto something that's a little more interactive and just fun for kids to use.
Perfect.
And may I add something? Sorry. Yeah. Yes. So there are actually 2 things. Like we have the Boom Learning website or platform, which allows teachers to use the cards. And then we have the cards. So it's like 2 things, like Boom Learning and Boom cards. So just so teachers.
Perfect. And so who can use Boom Learning? Like what grades, who should be using Boom?
Okay. Everybody.
Good answer. Yeah.
Kind of like teachers, there's stuff for everybody if you look for it. And teachers can use it, but I think for right now, it could also be a great fit for parents too.
It's true.
Yeah.
I think as far as grades are concerned, I think You might, I think it's just like TPT, you might find a lot more elementary, like lower grade cards, but like you have everything. I think Ashley has some upper grades Boom cards. So like if you look for it, you're gonna find it. And then so it's not just for a set of grades. It's literally for everyone. And like you said, I think for parents at this time is a great way for them to help kids, even if the parents don't speak French, which is something that happens a lot. So again, because they are self-grading, the parents don't have to worry about like, oh, is this right? Is this not? So that's a good feature.
And a lot of them have audio included, so they can, like, the kids can just hit the audio button and hear the French, and their parents don't have to try to speak it. Some of the cards come with that feature. So we're gonna I'm gonna show you guys the site and we're gonna look at it. But before we do that, there's a couple of different membership options. And I know I saw in the Facebook group today, a couple of teachers like commenting on a post about Boom, saying that they could only use it when they had the free trial and whatnot. So let's just talk about the membership options and like what's free till June and what they can do after June to still be able to use their cards if they don't want to pay for a membership.
Okay. Lucy, you want to go or you want me to?
No, doesn't matter. Like,
okay. So I actually got a question this morning from somebody who had purchased on TPT and said, well, wait, I have to have a subscription to use these. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what the subscription is. Right now, Boom has made an offer until June 30th to provide an ultimate membership for free, which would give you the reports, and the grading feature, and everything that you want for new buyers. In addition, if you purchase something on TPT, you get, at the current time, a 30-day trial membership so you can see what that ultimate membership looks like. So if you buy a set of cards, yes, to get the grading features, you're going to need the membership, but you get 30 days, or potentially if you buy it on Boom until June 30th, where you don't have to pay for that. So you'll get the grading features and everything for free. Beyond that, the cards will stay in your library. If you decide that you don't want the grading feature and you just want to use the cards like in your classroom on your interactive whiteboard, or you just want to send them home to kids for kids to practice, but you don't want to grade them, you will always have that for free. You don't have to pay for that subscription to continue to use them as a fast play. So that's always a free option once you've purchased the cards. Lucy, you want to add on to that?
Yeah, I want to add, I think that every teacher that has somehow been affected by the coronavirus, like they get the ultimate through, like you don't have to buy on Boom, you don't have to, like you just have to go to the link, we can share the link later, and they can either upgrade or get the new membership.
Until the end of June, I think, right?
Until June, until the end of June, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So you can try that out for free until the end of June. And if the grading feature isn't something that you need for your classroom, like you just want it to be practice, like informal practice for centers or for home practice, then you don't have to have a subscription to continue using your cards. You can still use the fast play option, which we're going to talk about in a couple of minutes, and your students can use them anytime for free.
And I'd like to add one more thing. I've read some teachers saying that one way you can like still get scores like with the fast play is like if at the end, like because I think they show the grades, you can take a picture, like a screenshot.
Oh, okay.
And then like the kid can share that with the teacher or something. I've never tried that, so like if somebody tries, they can tell me.
Teachers are good at finding workarounds.
Yeah. But that's something. But again, like just so teachers understand why they have to have a membership. That's what I was saying in the beginning. You have the Boom Learning platform. So that to make use of that, to make use of the app and the website and the features, you have to have the Boom membership. And then you get the cards. You can either make the cards, get free cards, get paid cards, doesn't matter, but like that's why you have both.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now so you guys can see what Boom looks like. And then Lucy and Ashley are going to walk us through signing up if you're not already signed up, and how to look for Boom cards in French in the search bar. And then you can buy them on TPT often as well, but we're just going to show how to find them on Boom in case you're not used to that, because most of you are probably pretty used to finding things on TPT, but we'll talk about how to redeem them after we go through the Boom site. So I'm going to share my card now, my screen now, and this is what it will look like when you first come to, ignore all my open tabs because I have like 800 at the top there, but this is what Boom looks like when you first come to it before you sign in. So I already have an account. I don't have to create an account. So when I go to sign in, and a lot of parents get stuck here because it says I'm a student or I'm a teacher, so they think that they can't join, but just tell them, like, don't log in as a student, pretend you're a teacher if you want to practice at home, if they want to make their own account and get their own decks for their students. So you can sign in with any of these options. Now that I'm here, I forget which one I use. I think I use Google. We'll see. It might be Facebook, but we'll try Google. Usually I'm just signed in all the time. Looks like Google was right. Okay, so then when you get here, where would you go, Lucy? What would I do first?
Okay, to do what exactly? Like,
to get started with my like account.
Yeah, actually, like when you get the card from TPT, you get a different screen, like that asks you to. It's a little different, but like here, if you wanted to find cards, you would go to store and use the search.
Perfect.
Bar.
So you would just type in, like, I've never even searched. I bought Lucy's.
You try French site words, and you should find me. I hope. I don't know.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, apparently not.
Yeah, go by relevancy up at the top.
Okay.
Bunch of new ones.
Oh, perfect. Okay. I was like, wow, when's the first one? But that would make sense. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So these ones are Lucy's, and you'll see that they say points at the bottom. They don't say like how many dollars. So I don't know, Lucy or Ashley, if you want to talk a little bit about what points means and how to buy them, if you want.
I think Ashley can take that.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I actually haven't bought them in a while. I don't remember exactly how to put them in your cart, but basically points are kind of their equivalent of dollars. So every 100 points is about $1. And you can buy, it's kind of a cool way to like maybe make your own bundles, because the more points you buy, the more discount you'll get. So rather than like $20 is going to equal X amount of points, they're going to give you more points the more you spend. So that would give you kind of a discount if you wanted to like pre-buy points and then come in and redeem them for decks. And so that kind of gives you a discount feature if you know you're going to buy a substantial amount. I can't see on your screen where to buy the points. I think you're covering.
If you click, sorry, if you click on, I think if you click on featured, like if you see, like, yeah, I think. At the top you have the points. Yeah.
So if you want to buy, you buy points here first.
Yeah.
And then you go. Okay. Perfect.
So you can kind of see how they get. The more you spend, the more points you're going to get. So it gives you, like, if you wanted to spend $50, you'd save 25% on whatever you were buying. And so it's kind of a way to
it's like
make
a bundle,
your own bundle. Really, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is neat. If you knew, like, if your school is giving you a budget for something, which apparently that happens to some people. It doesn't really happen at my school, but apparently people at other schools get budgets sometimes.
Yeah, it's true.
If your school was like, okay, here's $50, then you could get more bang for your buck if you bought the lump sum of 5,000 points versus 225. Right. So when a deck is free, I'm guessing it says 0 points, like we saw. So hang on, sorry. Okay. So I saw one near the top. That was Lucy. So this one here, for example, is free. So you could like check it out and see if it's something that your students would like. So when you come, there's like a preview. So you can actually try the Boom card out before you purchase it, which I thought was really cool. I'm sorry, the sun is like streaming in on me. I had a curtain up, but it fell down while I was talking. So I'm sorry if all you see is sunshine. So you click, like anytime you see the sound icon, your students will click it and then they can hear the word
Emmy,
so they can play it as many times as they need, and then they would like drag and drop the letters to spell the word, and if they make a mistake when they submit it, it will tell them that they made a mistake so they can listen and kind of
Emmy.
E, okay, E, right. Try again, and then when they get it right, it dings and lets them know, and it flips automatically to the next card. So that's really cool for your students at home. If their parents are not comfortable speaking in French with them or trying it out, they can just listen to, they can hear some French and from a real person and use their knowledge to build their words.
École.
Well, that's a tricky one, Lucy. So I think the preview is usually the first 4 cards in the deck, so you can get a pretty good idea of what your students will get. And then to leave that, we just hit back. Okay, so that's what you do. If you wanted to buy it, you would just add it to your cart and check out, I would assume. Kind of like TPT. So if you buy on TPT, Lucy, how is that a little bit different? I'll go to...
I think because when you get it from TPT, you're gonna get a PDF, and I think some teachers they don't know what to do with the PDF. So actually, there's a link within the PDF that they need to click, and that link will take them to Boom. And I think the last time, I don't know, because they keep updating the system, so I think it says something like retrieve your cards or something like that, and then I don't know, the cards will go to your library. And then you have to go to the Boom library. I think maybe if later on you could share your screen with the library.
Yes.
Thing.
Okay.
That would be good. That would be good.
I thought I could maybe find the free. Okay.
That's my.
So this one's free. So I'll download your free one. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's great.
I add it to my deck. So you download it. We'll see, because Boom obviously isn't part of TPT. It's its own thing, but they have a really great relationship together. So if you sell Boom cards on Boom, you can also sell them on TPT, and people can access them there if they're more comfortable buying on TPT. So we'll open it up. I'm supposed to have the fastest internet, but I don't think it is. It's really slow. Okay, so you go in, and then there's a big click here to access your Boom cards. What I emailed you this morning, my freebie, has a bar similar that's click here for your Boom cards. You have to click in the thing to get them. And then it takes me to Boom. And then you confirm that this is you. And then you click this that big red redeem button. And then it
redeem button, yeah.
So here's my library. These are all the decks that I have currently. And any that I would want to use with my students, I would find in there.
And then you would assign them, or create a fast play link from there, from the library.
So let's talk about that, because our students aren't with us right now. They're at their home. So what would we do to get these cards to our students?
Okay, so you have two options.
There are two options.
Okay.
I can take the first and then
go for it.
Yeah. So the easiest way is to create a fast play link. So if you take any of those cards, those decks, and click on the action button, and then say fast pin, actually. And now this one already exists, so maybe you have another one, maybe Ashley's deck, just so you can show, yeah, and then generate new pin.
I was practicing yesterday with
you
that.
can either share the four character code or the hyperlink.
Okay. So however you communicate with your parents, you would either give them the link with that code at the end there, and they can click the link and go, or that you could give them the pin. It's called the pin. Yeah.
Yeah. And just something, so I don't forget to say, if this is going too fast, don't worry, because I created a freebie that goes step by step.
Yes, and I'm going to link that when I email you the replay. I'm also going to email you that freebie that Lucy created. If you don't want to wait for me, you can find that in our TPT store. She posted it yesterday, I think, and it has all the steps, step by step. So if you'd rather read than listen, or if you just are confused by what I'm saying, you can download Lucy's freebie, and it has everything step by step for you.
Yeah, this is a good option, if you're working with the cards as a group, or on a whiteboard, how do you call it? Whiteboard.
Smartboard?
Yeah. So that would be great. And the only thing is that this one doesn't keep track of students' progress. So it doesn't generate reports. So those are the features of this way of sharing the cards.
Yeah, so like this one, I had to send documents into the principal on Monday to put things in Google Classroom for my class. And I didn't really want the student reporting or grading because it just really wasn't, it's just not something that I need at the moment. Maybe next week when I have to send in probably more stuff. So what I did was I created a PDF for teachers or for the parents that I put in my Google Classroom, and I just made this link in my PDF. So you can email like the actual link. You could email this little code that they can plug in when they go into Boom. Or, you know, if you have other ways you like to link stuff, like if you made a PowerPoint that you sent to parents or whatever, you are able to share those links and it just opens up in here. So it was a really easy way for me to do it because I didn't really need grades for what they were practicing for this week.
Yeah, I don't think I would, just me personally, would grade them when they're working at home because I just don't find it's necessarily a fair or accurate way. Like there's no way to be sure that my student really did it themselves. So I would probably
exactly.
myself for this distance learning, especially since, you know. And then the other thing to mention though, the downside that you might not like about the fast play is that the pin does expire in 14 days. So in 2 weeks, you would have to go back and generate another pin and email them another pin. So that would be something you need to write in your calendar so that you don't forget to do that when the 2 weeks are up, or else they're not going to be able to use those decks anymore.
Yeah. So the second way that you can do it is to create a classroom for your kids. And you would use that right there on the assign button if you have a classroom created. So since you don't, it's going to tell you you need to make a classroom. So go ahead and click on that. Okay, well, go ahead and go into classes, I guess.
Okay, where's that? Classes.
Right there. So like if you just have one class, you know, you can name your class whatever you want. Personally, a lot of the stuff that I do is for secondary teachers, and they're going to have sometimes 5 or 6 different classes. So you might put like hour 1, hour 2, or like for core French teachers, you might do like 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, and just name it something that you'll be able to recognize. So once you have a classroom, then you're going to add either new student or add many students. I haven't actually ever done it that way because I haven't.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay, so I make their password.
Yeah.
Okay, so
like for Wesley when he was littler, we also use Lucy's cards, and you can do like a really easy password. I think there's picture passwords that you can pick for little ones.
Well, yeah, that's right.
For older kids, there's instructions right on the page if you have bigger kids, how to do it on a whiteboard and let them do it. But, you know, since you're at home right now, you might need to do it for them and then just email the information to parents.
And everyone can have the same password, right? Like if you wanted all your students to have the same password, just to keep it simple, you can assign the same password to every single student if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Give my dog one too. Okay, so now I have 2 students.
Okay. So there's a couple ways you can add different things. You can go over to assignments.
Oh, right there.
Uh-huh. And then if you scroll down, it shows that you don't have any assignments for them to do. So you can click assign more decks. And then you can go look for things through what you already have, and you can bulk assign through here. So let's say that you wanted to do all of Lucy's sight word things. You would click all of them, and then it would assign all those decks to your students.
Okay.
But leave a couple off because I'll show you how to do just assign individually too, because it's a good way to like change up who gets what.
So how do I submit?
Okay, so your entire class has those 5 decks. Now go back to students. Okay, now click on Leah, and you can go to assign, and let's say that she is moving faster than your dog, so you want to give her a couple more. You can just the boxes of the ones that you want to give her.
Okay. Like take those ones off, and then just exit, and it's already saved. hopefully.
So my husband is calling and you just popped off my screen into a small screen. So I can't see it now. So let me silence him and
Okay, that did work though. I didn't have to like save it or anything like that. It just automatically saved what I had.
Yeah, exactly.
okay, now I only see you and I don't see there we go. Okay.
Cool.
So that's a great way to differentiate.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good for my slow dog. You won't have to do as much work as Leah. And then the reports here. So like after they're done, if I wanted to see the results from like one of the decks, I would just click it and it would give me everybody's results.
Yeah, like how much time they spent playing the cards, what cards they got right, wrong, how many times they tried. There's a whole lot of things you can.
That's
see.
awesome.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go through. I'm gonna show you the freebie that I sent you today. As long as I can find it here on my screen somewhere. I have so many tabs open. Okay, so this morning, you guys got an email with this inside. If you didn't get it, it's okay. I'm gonna send it again tonight in the replay email. So like some people have been kind of joining the challenge as we go. So you miss my emails if you join after I send them. So I'll send this back out again tonight in case you miss it. And this is the PDF. So if you bought it on TPT, this is what you would get. So I just kind of explained the difference between fast play and grading classrooms. Thank you, Lucy, for all that info. And then when you're ready to add them, you would click here and it would go in your library. So mine already is in there because it's my deck. So like I can't actually redeem it myself. Oh no, can't see the top of my, hang on. Okay. So I had pre-opened mine somewhere. I'll find it in one of these tabs. Okay, I think it's here. Okay, so I went in the preview mode so that I could show you guys how it works. So for maternelle, like my students can't read and my parents don't really all understand French, but with my Francophone board, I have to send home everything in French. Like the instructions that I would send have to be in French. So I made the instructions in French, but I recorded myself reading them. I'm sorry if you don't like my accent. I have a lot of insécurité linguistique, but I did it anyway. I was being brave. So they're here. Your students can click on them to like hear each step of directions. I tried to do one big direction, but it was too big to upload. So like they would just click there to like hear me talking and say what to say. And when they're done listening or if their parents tell them what to do, they would just click next and go. So if you use my Fast Fantastics in your Pocket Chart Center, you already know like how they work. So students are gonna build the sentences one word at a time, moving in the right direction. But what's cool about Boom is that I could have myself say the sentence, so your students can listen to the sentence and then build it one word at a time, moving from left to right, working on their sight words and some Easter vocabulary. So if they listen to me say,
regarde la carotte et le bonbon.
So as they go, when they submit things, if they make a mistake, like if they put la bonbon instead of le bonbon, what's cool is that it will correct them. Like it boots out the one that's incorrect so they could listen to it again and then try it again like that. So I really like that. And the way it's set up, it doesn't matter which la and which le they put where, like it will still work either way. And then, so there's 15 cards like that. I figured, oh, I'll listen to it for you. I don't like hearing my own voice. But
le panier et le lapin.
So they just go through and they build each sentence. So it's just helping them keep up with some vocabulary, some writing conventions, even though they're not physically writing it themselves, but you could have them like in my classroom when we do Fast Fantastics, everybody writes it. So you could ask your students at home to also write it on paper, or you could just do it digitally, whatever you want to do. And then they go through all 15 cards and there's a variety of Easter words and all of the target sentences follow the same structure, but sometimes it's le, sometimes it's la, sometimes it's lay. And then when I do like other themes and months, it will be a different target sentence. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that freebie is helpful for you now that you know how to send it to your students. And then, yeah, so Lucy has free decks as well. And then Ashley, we saw, also has free decks as well. So depending on your age, like I know most of Ashley's stuff is more for older grades, but I know we have some people in our group that teach core French or teach older grades. It's not just primary teachers in here. So I think that they could definitely be valuable for everybody. So if you have any questions, we'll go to questions now.
Sorry, before going to questions, just one sorry.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, the integration between Boom in Zoom.
Right. So that was it. I think, oh yeah, so I forgot. Another thing you can do is share your mouse. So I'm presenting in Zoom right now, but I could share my mouse. This button, I don't know if you can see my buttons. I have a button that says remote control at the top. So if I click on that remote control button, I can give the mouse control to Lucy. So right now, Lucy's controlling the mouse. I am not controlling the mouse, but she should be able to do the card herself.
Regarde la carotte et le bonbon.
And if you were reading a story to your students, like a virtual story, or doing any kind of like digital anything with your students and you wanted them to participate, you can, with Zoom, share the remote control and then your students do the work. You pick who is having control of the mouse. And then
I just did it so it's faster. Like
I think it's regard la carotte first.
yeah, but that's the idea. So like you can share the screen with your students or students, and then share the mouse control with one of them, so they can play the cards from your computer. So
yeah, so that's pretty cool. If they're not like if their parents understand or they're not comfortable at home. Okay, so Joanne asked if it's Canadian or American currency. It's American, right? I'm pretty sure it's an American site.
yes,
Yes, because they're in Washington.
Unfortunately, because the exchange rate is terrible for us right now, so that's unfortunate. And then, how do you put your Boom cards purchased on TPT? So you can move, if you buy them on TPT, you can move them into Boom, but you can't move them from Boom to TPT because you have to use the actual Boom website to play, right? Is there an app as well, or is it just the same?
Yes, there is.
There's an app.
There's a free app for Google something. I never remember the name. Anyway, and for Apple.
For Google Play, and then the Apple Store.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Penny said when she tried to create a class, it only allowed for 5 students. She's wondering if that's the type of account it is that's currently free. But I think what you would have to do, so the regularly free membership would only allow 5 students, right?
Right.
Yes, but the Ultimate allows much more than that.
So you need to get your free upgrade first, Penny, to the Ultimate membership before you can add more students. So that's why the Fast Play works really well. If you don't want to have membership after June, you would just use Fast Play. You wouldn't be able to add all of your students, but that's okay because you wouldn't be collecting their grades. But if you want to collect their grades, you will have to like upgrade. But for now, that upgrade is free until June. So hopefully that makes sense, Penny. Let me know. It's really easy for me to see the Zoom chat. So I like that you typed it in there. It's really easy. So I'm going to go back to the Facebook one. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the Facebook group and see. I can usually only see 4 comments at a time. I don't know why Facebook does that to me, but if you have a question, once I find
somebody asked like if you can make your own cards. Yes, you can. So that's another great thing about Boom. You can make your own cards if you can.
And there's a lot of YouTube videos. So when I decided, Thursday that I was going to be doing this today, I just looked on YouTube to see how to make the cards, and there were a lot of great videos there.
The only thing is the limitation, like how many cards you can make. Like if you have the free account or the first paid account, you can only make 5 of your own. But like with other memberships, you can like have unlimited amount of self-made decks. Sorry.
Well, so how do we upgrade to Ultimate is the question. I think you would have to go. Hang on. Do you know, Lucy, off the top of your head, how you'd upgrade your membership?
You go to the Boom Learning website, and there's this big yellow box right now that says like if your school has been impacted by the coronavirus or something. I don't remember exactly the message. And then you click there, and then you upgrade or you get your new account.
Okay. Perfect. So I just tried that. When you go to just it's wow.boomlearning.com. I never noticed that. Not www, but wow.boomlearning.com.
Yeah.
There's a big yellow box that says if your school's been affected by COVID-19, click here. You click there, and then it asks you if you already have an account or not. So you would say, yes, you already do if you already have the free one, and then it would direct you how to upgrade to the free Ultimate one. Is there a cost to make your own cards? So there's not a cost to make your own cards, but Lucy, I think you said there's a limit.
There's a limit. Like with the free account, you can only make 5 decks.
But for now, if you upgraded to the free ultimate, you would be able to make
Unlimited.
Okay, perfect. So yes, for now you can. Do parents have to get an account? I don't think so. Do they? I think they just would click the link you would send and then it would just open for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So no, Jose, they don't have to.
Unless they want to. Like if
Yeah.
they want to, they can get, but they would have to click like I'm a teacher. They don't have like a place like I'm a parent.
Yeah,
So
exactly. They would have to
follow
click
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Joanne asked if she could make cards that just get kids to find the initial sound. Yep, you can do anything, like pretty much anything you imagine you can make. It's pretty cool. You can do drag and drops, or you can just do like clicking on things. Sean is wondering if there's Boom cards that support inquiry-based learning. Probably not yet. But you should make some, Shauna, because people would love that. In Nova Scotia, we don't do inquiry-based learning, sadly, in maternelle. So like I haven't made any like that, but yeah. Can you share the mouse if kids are on their tablets? I'm not sure because I haven't tried to share the mouse on Zoom with anybody not on Zoom. So I'm not sure. You might have to like experiment with that one. Or sorry, I haven't shared the mouse with anybody not on a computer. So you might have to experiment with that one. I'm not sure. Oh, Aaron, you were paying. Oops. If there's any more questions, pop them in. And again, like if you asked a question earlier, maybe type it again for me because I can't see them all. I can only see 4 at a time as they come in. And I'll go back through the questions after the video as well. And if not, we will talk about our giveaway, which I almost forgot. Okay, perfect. So we're doing a giveaway, and it's like a 3-part giveaway. So I'm going to share my screen again so you can see what the URL is to enter. So we're giving away 3 different things. We're giving away 1,000 Boom points, which Boom really nicely donated to us. So that's really awesome of them. That's about $10 worth, I think, of points. So we're giving away that. Lucy's giving away one of her bundles. And then Ashley's giving away one of her bundles as well. I am not giving away a bundle because I don't have any, I'm sorry. But in the future, maybe once I have a bundle, I'll give away one of my bundles. So this is the URL, if you can see it. It's bit.ly/French Boom giveaway with a capital F, capital B, and a capital G. It is case sensitive, so you do have to like type in all the capitals. And when you click it, it's going to take you to, oh shoot, hang on. I shared my screen wrong. 1 second, I'm gonna have to share it again. Okay, so it's gonna take you, okay, it's gonna take you to a Google form. So somebody told me about Google Forms in my membership a few months ago, and it's the best thing. Thank you to whoever that was because I love them. So this is the only way I could think of to do like a 3-part giveaway where you could just enter for what you need. So Lucy's bundle is great for like a primary grade. Ashley's bundle is great for students maybe a little older, or if you're helping your own kids at home, her bundle is great. It's for verb conjugation. And then the 1,000 Boom points. So you can pick which ones you want to enter for. You can enter for all of them, one of them, 2 of them, whatever is helpful to you. So you're just going to type in your email and your name, and then you're going to click which boxes you are interested in. So if you want the 1,000 Boom points, you click there. You can click here to see Lucy's bundle to see if it's something that is good for you. My internet being slow again. So it's sight words. So if your students are working on sight words, you might be interested in that one. If you are, you would click the box. And then Ashley's. For beginner conjugation. So depending on your grade, that might be perfect for you. But if it's too much for your students, then you just wouldn't enter that one. If Lucy's is too easy for your students, you wouldn't enter that one. Just whichever one is great for you as a teacher and your students. So once you click the ones you're interested in, you hit submit. You do have to enter your email and your name for me because otherwise I won't know who is the winner. And then we will draw a winner from each. So like 1 winner for the Boom cards points, 1 winner for Lucy's bundle, and 1 winner for Ashley's bundle. And I'm gonna announce the winners in my morning email tomorrow. So I'm gonna close the giveaway tonight at midnight so that I have time in the morning to like pick the winners before I send my email at like 7 a.m. my time. So there. Yeah, it's been a lot of early. I like early mornings, so it's okay. But
And if the person wins and already has the bundle, they will get a TPT gift card
Yes,
instead.
thank you. I forgot. If you enter for a bundle that you already have, you'll win a $10 TPT gift card instead.
Somebody asked it like, what is the price of the Ultimate membership? Like, because now they're giving it for free, but like, what is the price? It's $35, but probably you wouldn't need that one because that's the most expensive one. The least expensive paid membership is $15 a year. So it depends on how many students you have and like how many self-made cards you would like to make. So you don't have to get the Ultimate.
Oh, that's really good to know.
After June, yeah.
So there's different tiers. So you might not
Yeah,
need a $35 one, depending on your needs. That's really good to know. I didn't realize that. Okay. Hopefully that's good. Thank you so much, Ashley and Lucy, for coming and helping me out, because I didn't feel comfortable enough to present about Boom all by myself, but I think it's something that's really good for teachers right now, especially. So hopefully you guys are able to use some of those decks and maybe give Boom a try if you're allowed to, depending on your school board.
Thank you very much, Andrea. Next time, maybe I'll have the courage to show up on video, on camera. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
all right. So tonight I'm going to email you guys the link to this replay. I'm going to email you Lucy's like step-by-step PDF that she posted on TPT, and I'm going to email you the freebie again, and I'm going to email you the link for the giveaway in case you didn't get a chance to write it down right now. So hopefully that was helpful. I'll go back through and look through the questions. I'll probably post the link to the giveaway into the group as well in case you didn't get to write it down. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow Mariah's coming with me, and we're going to talk about take-home packs. So that's an option for your students if they don't have internet at home, if you're allowed to print things out and maybe mail them or whatever. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with Mariah to talk about those. Thank you, Ashley, and thank you, Lucy.
Thank you.
Thank you.